Hi guys, thank you very much. This is an impulse of mine. Bitcoin. I have always wanted to know about Bitcoin. In the back of my mind, I'm not a money-oriented person, so this is not for my own investment. This is just for fun. I'm going to have a look at Bitcoin's birth chart because it was born on the 3rd of January 2008. So knowing the birth date of an entity such as Bitcoin, Caltex, BP, anything at all, you can kind of see where it's going. So let's look at this chart. And you guys, this is going to pretty much show you the world here. The world, because it is going crazy over Bitcoin now. In this energy, I see a line, of course. It's a streamline energy. And it suggests to me calculated. There is a feeling of something streamlined. It is a feeling of something being very detached, and it is as if a very, very fast sports car is skimming over the earth because it is so fast. I do not like it. I do not like it because there's a squintiness about this. And when sometimes I see this energy in itself, I see something that is very, very generated and very concentrated. So if this has come out of this energy, it feels to me that there is a definite plunge. There is a start and then there is a definite finish. So when I'm looking at Bitcoin as an energy, how it was created as its father has designed it, because it was designed by this one person, I'm seeing that this was a fast-moving sports car type of energy, and it was designed to fail, or it was designed or inevitably designed to disappear or explode. How do I know this? Well, let's take a look. The ascendant isn't here because I don't know what time exactly it went online. But as you can see, this is incredible. It is so simple. The incredible father obsession, the Mars-Pluto, incredible concentration levels. We've got very fast running money, very fast Jupiter with Mercury. We've got Uranus Moon, the changing of tides. We have a lot of really interesting conformity grids as well. Conformity, conformist actualization, the conformist actualized. The person who believes or conforms gets instant money, or that which bows its head will get a result. So I'm seeing almost like teacher and class, and I feel this is actually a memory of the person who's created Bitcoin. I'm seeing a teacher in class and many, many boys looking down in their books, and they have their heads down. It feels to me that there is a privacy there and there is a snickering. So I also feel that there is a detachment from oneself as a human being. I feel there is a density, so there could be an energy of possession, as I do not think that this person just said to himself, oh, right, I'll just do this. Let's try if this works. No, there was a definite, like a frequency that went through this person to create this, as I do feel detachment from humankind. And it also feels to me that this possessed energy generated this great sports car, which is levitating off the ground. So as a metaphor for Bitcoin, I'm seeing a wafer-thin sports car that is almost impossible to fit anything in. And this is it basically. I have a feeling, or I have almost like a fear, that there will come a time when it will come out of this dimension and go to the next one. This to me looks like, if you can imagine, a very fast-moving vehicle in outer space, going really, really quickly to the point where it reaches the speed of light and it disappears. This is this. I believe this is going to be one of the biggest frauds in the world. I feel and I know inside, when I'm looking at this energy, that this is not going to be easy to forgive oneself. If you don't want to know, this is the biggest, how can I say, dumbstruck fraud I've ever seen. I do not believe that this is going to actually go anywhere. I do not believe that this is going to be eventually seen as gold. It does not feel to me seen as any type of monetarily success. Because it believes in itself so much. I feel that this father of Bitcoin has become such an obsessive heretic, as we have Pluto balancing out this opposition between Saturn, Uranus, and Moon. This isn't for free, you guys. this is not for free. And I do not believe that the money that is made through Bitcoin is going to go far. There is a ending. There is an ending. This is not a fruiting energy. This does not look like a bank. This doesn't look even anything like like a savings account. It does not look to me like any type of thing that can be eventually fed from. To my knowledge of astrology and my knowledge of myself and my gut, I believe that Bitcoin is a fraud to a point where it disappears, it dissipates. There's going to be poof and done. There is not going to be any more time. So it feels to me it will just close off. It will just basically discontinue. There is going to be one day where it will be no more. And this is going to basically pull a plug on perhaps millions of people that would have bought into it. So it feels to me that for now it is going through one of its sensations. It is going through a sensation. It feels to me when it's going through this, perhaps some people pull out, some people don't, but the majority stays the same. And it inevitably becomes less and less, more and more, less and less, more and more. And for a very, very few people, it will become, I feel, unattainable completely. But then there's going to be some that are attaining it all the time. It feels to me that it's going to be like popping, you know, it's like once you pop, you can't stop, you buy more Bitcoin. And I do believe definitely there's going to be one of the largest investments that people have in mind for a long time. And until the crash, I don't believe that Bitcoin will last. In 2003 till 2004, it may go up and up. Then I do not believe it will go. I just do not believe. If you are investing in this experience, like if you are investing in this, I do not feel that there is anything tangible there. I don't think it is really to do with money. I think it is just sucking people in, and I feel there is a focus and a very strong angry man or angry fearless energy behind it. I feel that it is very brutal, it is very cold, and I feel it is asking for a death. I feel that this is a very, very strong chart actually energetically for somebody who's died a very quick and painless death. If I was to look at this chart energetically, even though I don't see the ascendant line, actually I'm going to show it to myself. I believe it is in Aquarius at about 10 degrees Aquarius. I feel that when this, oh wow, yeah. Okay, so it's in about 10 degrees Aquarius. I feel and I think and I trust that this person or this energy of Bitcoin as an entity isn't just going to die. It will almost be like a car crash. It's like splat, done, you know, nothing. It's almost like there's no wheels even, you know, nothing really spins off, nothing really creates anything. Is just zooming out. It almost like goes into nowhere. Sometimes occasionally when I see these types of energies for people, I would suggest a person is very, very quiet, very shy, is subdued, and takes themselves back a few steps in order to not create too much ruckus. Do I feel threatened by Bitcoin as a human being on this planet, knowing how many people struggle with the reality of financial development still? I feel that for a lot of us, and this is a global thing, this is not even about money anymore, you guys. This is about social injustice, social justice, social connection to this earth. This is not about money. This is about us as a human species. I feel that there's going to be a ginormous discontent because of this. It feels that it's going to put many things out of place. If you can imagine going to a really angry or really high chiropractor who's just really angry with his life, and say he looks at your spine and he puts it all out of order. That's what I feel that Bitcoin and something else alongside it, because I don't know, Pluto Mars, there's going to be another currency. I feel there's going to be either another big one, or there's going to be like something with an E symbol, like something else coming through. And it is, I feel, going to overtake it, and they're going to maybe even race against each other. There's going to be two major forces, but it does seem to be a very different energy from Bitcoin. And I feel it goes in hops, like giant hops, where Bitcoin just zooms like a spacecraft. And I feel this is going to put a lot of things out. This is basically creating a shiver, like a painful, like a weird shiver all over the earth. That is what I feel. So it's like putting the whole system out. So the whole system of emotional and physical and socio, class, everything. It's just becoming like a shiver. So everything that I have seen before, built up through my generation for many years, even before that, there was a nice kind of continuum with money, even though money was never easy, or for some it wasn't ever hard. It was just sort of kind of trying to become something, and then it got to a point where it became a little bit easier, or it became a little bit more innocent, or people stopped thinking about it, stopped talking about it so much. And this is where I feel a few different things happened, including the crash of the centers and everything like that. So 9/11 and other things that happened afterwards. And I feel this is one of the destructive forces that is going to take out a big part of our nervous system, because it feels to me that it is in a spine. If we were one person, if we were one being, it's almost like a weakening of the spine. A spinelessness, I feel, is developed through this energy. I do not think that this is going to help us work things out. I do, though, feel that a lot of people that have lived without money and worked really hard for what they've got will start to rely on systems like this. And basically, like, because of, say, TV and media, you've seen how a lot of people that used to socialize and used to have some kind of a life decided not to anymore. They just stuck themselves in front of a box, and that was it. This is definitely one of those things. I don't feel that it's going to bring us richness. I feel that there is a lot of pride. There is a lot of systems in place here collectively. Pluto on the top-notch level of the sky here with Mars. It is, how can I say? It is I feel it is going to enrich us in a very interesting, unhuman way, as we are discovering potentiality, the potential of what a human being can achieve. And that, to me, isn't really for you and I, even if we invested in Bitcoin. It is for that one, I would like to say, because I'm hearing the future, and it feels like Psycho, who's developed this as a brand. Why do I think it is a bad or messy idea or feeling about it? Is because I feel that it's connected to addiction, and I feel that it's connected to a grandiose class system which isn't really capable of surviving here. I mean, if you are thinking about buying a paper-thin, wafer-thin sports car, and it looks, seriously, this is the vision that I'm getting over and over, a 2D sports car, just basically racing along like a piece of paper across the ground. It isn't going to house you. It's not going to home. There's not going to be anybody sitting in that car. There's nobody riding that vehicle. And the biggest grid of it, if we are talking from the perspective of creation, I think is not to worry so much about the everyday stuff. This is what happens sometimes when someone says, I got the answer, like, I discovered the cure for financial mishap, and they do something like this. It can efficiently show others that they are not worthy for working so much or saving so much. Look what you've been spending your time doing. Somebody else got that overnight. And this is basically it. This is what I feel that we wanted collectively to achieve with Bitcoin, is the feeling of, whoa, I didn't have to really, work for 25 years to achieve my house. Whoa, I didn't really need to shun the internet. So I didn't need to shun myself out. I didn't need to be, a person on the outside. And I feel this is it. We never had to. But occasionally things like Bitcoin are sharp and stingy and sore enough, because it is a painful energy that I'm receiving from the chart. It is stingy and sore enough to cause a kerfuffle that's big And this kerfuffle is enough to wake some people up and perhaps not so many others. And I hope that whether you are or whether you're not investing in these online, they're not currencies, you guys. This is this video game. If you are investing in this video game, I feel, I feel it is part of your track, it's part of your dream. I would probably be very mindful and wary, and with large investments, I would probably put things on hold. I think that I am not somebody who indulges. I'm not somebody who gets caught up in something that is fast and sporty, or anything that is, how can I say, too out there. It feels to me that a lot of people who are possessed by things that they cannot have, or they cannot reach, or cannot understand, will inevitably fall into it very easily, or very easy, and I feel it will carry on with it a whole bunch of things that are not of this world that people are buying. There will be a whole bunch of things that are not serving us. They're not doing anything. They're not serving any person or purpose. And I feel there's going to be a boom, an artificial bloom of internet experiences such as Bitcoin, which I feel is an illusionary experience, alongside something else that happens to us. And what I'm feeling that is happening on the other side of Bitcoin is a surrender. Oh yeah, I didn't have to do that. Oh wow, okay. But the awesome thing that I feel Bitcoin is preparing us for is darkness, I feel. When we lose out, when we do not trust, when there is a crash, it can prepare us for a period of shadow within which we do not any longer fear. This is going to, I feel, take place in about 2025, 26. I do not believe this is going to happen for sure, but I feel that it could be preparing us for a next big down, or a big up, like a big raise in something. So it is a preparatory stage for something else. I do not feel that the crash of Bitcoin is going to be in itself the last bit of it. I feel it is going to be the first bit as the Bitcoin dream comes to an end. It is now, how old is it? So Bitcoin is a child, so born in 2008. Today is January, actually, the 4th. So this is a belated birthday for Bitcoin. And it is 2018, so it is a decade old. It is 10 years old. But by being this age, I shouldn't be probably prophesying for it, because it is underage. But it would feel to me, I feel that it would feel to me unwise, basically, to connect to it, to go into it too far, and also to drag other people along. That was actually the trigger as to why I've decided to do this video, is because I saw a lot of posts on Facebook recently telling other people how they got rich really fast, and how they can heal each other from monetary issues through helping each other understand Bitcoin and how to invest in it. So basically that was my peeve, and perhaps it says something about me as a person, but that is just something that I'm concerned about. I feel that there's a lot of drugs in the world, and Bitcoin is one of those drugs. Thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions and comments, that's fine. I don't usually listen, like I don't usually check my messages, but if you wanted to have a look at something in your life, something that you're investing in, or something that you're doing, you can ask me, and perhaps I will help you sort it out. Thanks. Bye.